As a believer and a follower of Christ, are you really trying to change? Or are you trying to still live for the world? Are you trying to split your time between God and between the world? Proverbs 9:9 says, "Instruct the wise, and they will be wiser still." Hold on. Okay. "And teach the righteous, and they will add to their learning." So if you're trying to change and trying to live for God, you know what you should and shouldn't be doing. Young women, young men stuck in this lifestyle of sin. And I've been in that situation. Shoot, even still, I'm still a very sinful individual. And every time it happens, I think to myself, I'm like, how did I end up in this situation? I think that's what we all should do. We should take a step back and be like, how did I end up in this situation? What did I do that caused me to be in this situation? Because God isn't tempted by evil. God won't tempt you by evil. The Bible says we are dragged away by our own sinful desires. And then those give birth to sin, and then sin to death, etc. So what we should be doing is analyzing and trying to understand, why do I keep falling into sin? Why do I keep doing this? You say you know better. You say that you don't want to do it anymore, yet you keep doing it. Obviously, there's something in you that loves that sin and is holding on to that sin. Like, you claim that you want to live for God, and then 3 hours later you're at a party and you're drunk. Then you're at somebody's house. Now you're having sex. It doesn't make sense. But you want to live for God. It's not like you just magically end up there, like you're choosing to do that. So your love for God isn't there. You know what I'm saying? So in order to change, we need to love God and understand God. For me, I have to be intentional with my time. If I'm not reading my Bible a lot and I'm slipping, then I have to consciously go back to that and listen to worship music and open my Bible, etc., etc. We as Christians were called to stand out, not to fit in. And I feel like, you hear all the time, oh, God knows my heart. In a lot of cases, that's not something I would say. Because, you can say that, but if your heart's far from him, what good does that do for you? You think, just, you hear it all the time, going to church on Sunday isn't enough, and praying before you go to bed. Sure, it's good, and it's good to do that stuff, but you gotta live for Christ if you really want it.